We are now moving into part 2 of debunking the genocide accusation against Israel and its war in Gaza. Now, Hamas claims that 67,000 Gazans have died in a conflict that has gone 735 days. Do the math. Any sixth grader can do it. As a matter of fact, you just go on your phone and use the calculator. You come up with about 91 deaths daily. How many Hamas terrorists are in this group? Well, we know that Hamas does not differentiate in its statistics between terrorists and civilians. They say all Palestinians are being murdered. Well, obviously, there are Hamas terrorist fighters, and Israel claims that well over 20,000. We find others saying, no, it's 15 or 17,000, right? Accusing Israel of inflating those numbers of Hamas terrorists killed. We're going to take a compromise number of about 20,000. It will make the calculations a little bit easier as well. And then you'll see that the percentages don't change that much. So 67,000 minus 20,000 Hamas terrorist fighters, you get to 47,000. But wait a minute, there's also natural deaths in the Gaza Strip. Now we know from statistics held by the Palestinians in 2022 that there were 3 deaths per 1,000. If you take it per year, that would be 6,300 deaths with a population of called 2.1 million overall. Okay, multiplied by 2, you're with 12,600 deaths. Let's just take 12,000 and take now the 47,000, right, that we say are civilians, and subtract 12,000, you get to 35,000. 35,000 now divided by 735 leads to 48 deaths daily. And what else do we know about this number? Is that 1/3 of all Gazans have always been supporting Hamas right through the conflict up till today. So many of them, of course, aided Hamas in everything that they did. So keep that in mind. Next, we need to take a step back and do ratios, comparisons here. If you take the overall number minus those who died a natural death, you have some 55,000, right? 67 minus 12,000. And now you use the 20,000 number. We find that the ratio of Hamas terrorists killed to the ratio of civilians is about 2-1. If we take the same 55,000 and we decide that there's only 15,000 who are Hamas terrorists, so of course we get a number that's much closer to 3-1 ratio, but still it's somewhat below 3 in civilian to Hamas terrorist fighter casualties. Now, what's the accepted baseline? Well, we know there are those who speak about that it should be no more than 2-1, which when we're speaking about urban warfare is virtually impossible, especially when you have a terrorist group like Hamas using their own population as human shields and not allowing them to flee. We also know that European investigators, as well as United Nations papers, have shown that very often it's 8 or 9-1 civilians killed to combatants. There is no way that we're speaking of a genocide here. It's all a blood libel against Israel and, yes, against Jews. Very unfortunate, but we have to know the numbers. So, take care and have a good one.